Hey, how do narcissists control you? Through your pre-existing conditioning. When you play sports like gymnastics or I don't know, I'm not a sporty person. When you play sports, they put you through conditioning to get your physical body used to um, kind of strenuous or prolonged physical activity. And narcissistic abuse works in a similar way, where persistent exposure to narcissists and narcissistic abuse kind of trains the body over time to normalize chaos, feel comfortable in chaos, and lower frequencies and abuse. But there's another way to this. People who abuse their power, um, and are very controlling have a way of kind of forcing people to be exactly who and how they want them to be. And so this is how conditioning works, is over time the narcissist trains you through fears, threats, and intimidation to act however they want you to act. And oftentimes the rules are constantly changing, right? With some narcissists, it's like you have to follow every rule they make up in their head at any time whenever their moods change. And it's like that's like fundamentally chaotic and destabilizing, and it's literally a tactic to keep you from healing and building the self-work to leave environments or people in these narcissistic energies. And so how this controls people is narcissism works through energy. Narcissism is an energy, right? So if someone carries an energy that is malicious and they have conditioned you to respond certain ways to their malicious energy, whenever you meet someone else who is in the vibration of malice, you have an automatic response, a conditioned response to react the same way to that malice. And the reactions that we have, how we're controlled, they're multi-layered, right? Reactions can be things like blaming ourselves, feeling like there's something wrong with us, and they can be like even sneakier, right? Like a narcissistic energy can trigger a child, for example, to do something defiant, and then that gives that narcissistic parent an opportunity to shame or punish that child. And so this is the kind of like sneaky, multi-layered ways of how narcissists control, when they oftentimes what they disapprove of in you, what they shame you for, is what they're actually creating. A really good example of this that I'll give you is narcissists are really good at, like, I'll do another video on intimidation, but intimidation where they can put a specific energy in their body that's intimidating, and the goal is to trigger you into destabilization, into feeling uncomfortable. And then when you inevitably make a mistake or move a little bit slow because your nervous system's kind of overloaded, then they can jump in and correct you, or use that as evidence that there's something wrong with you and that you're incompetent, right? So narcissists can have this I would love to describe it as a kind of auric dump of nasty energy that they can use to incite specific reactions in you, whether that be fear, anxiety, and then your natural reactions are used against you. So how this works in a grander scale is when you experience people with an energy that you have conditioning with, that conditioning repeats. If you see someone, a really big one is about dominance. So a lot of dominating people want to influence how others think. And so you may have had a dominating person in your life who would never let you have your own opinion. And now every time you meet a dominating person, your automatic response is to doubt your own opinion. Or anytime you go to speak your truth to even normal people, you feel like your opinion is not important and doesn't matter, and that's that conditioning. Narcissists do this in a couple of ways. Like, I've had experience with a narcissist who would have serious narcissistic rage when I disagreed with him. And there's different reasons why narcissists may act the way they do. You know, in my instance, it could have been that he was just seeking opportunity to rage. Or it could be that there's genuinely, like, they want total control and dominance over you and your thoughts. And so yeah, I hope this is helpful for you. Pre-existing conditioning activates conditioned trauma responses that give narcissists what they want, basically, which can also be ever changing.